Today we're going to learn how to write a summary. So in the spirit of keeping things short, just hit the subscribe button and let's get started right away. First off, what is a summary? A summary is a condensed version of a text, meaning that we have a large chunk of text, we summarize it, and we end up with a shorter chunk of text called a summary. But that's not all there is to it. A summary has to include the main ideas and key points from the original text. So it has to be a true reflection of the original text, and it has to be written in your own words. A summary does not include all of the details from the text, copied sentences from the text, or your opinion or any additional information that isn't in the original text. In order to write a summary, we need to understand the structure of a text, mainly the difference between a main idea, key points, and details. I like to think of it like a tree. Your main idea is your trunk, your key points are your branches, and your details are the little branches. The idea is that everything stems from the main idea. Without your main idea, you wouldn't have much to ground your tree. So your main idea is what the text is mainly about. Your key points are important ideas that support the main idea, and your details are extra information that support your key points. For example, let's say that cats make good pets is your main idea. Okay, well, you need a key point to support that. So your key point might be that they're independent. They're good pets because they're independent. Okay, well, can we have a detail to support that they're independent? What proves that they're independent? Well, cats use a litter box, so you don't have to walk them. So we have main idea with supporting key point with supporting detail. Now, why does all of this matter? It matters because your job as a summarizer is to chop those details off. Chop them right off, just like this. So how are you going to do that? How are you going to differentiate between the main ideas, key points, and details so that you can chop off the details? To find the main idea, you're going to ask yourself, what is the text mostly about? And what is the one idea that matters most? To find your key points, you can ask yourself, which ideas support the main idea, and what would still matter if the text were shorter? And finally, to make sure that you're chopping off the details and not key points or main ideas, you can ask, which parts are just examples or extra facts, and what can be removed without changing the meaning? If you want, you can actually work backwards, so you can chop off the details first until you get to the key points and the main idea. All right, now that we know the difference between our main idea, our key points, and our details, we're ready to write a summary. And there are 4 steps to writing a summary: read, plan, write, and edit. First, we're going to read twice. So we're going to read the text once without writing anything down. We just want to get the gist. We want to get the text into our head and start to put together an idea of what the text might be about. Then we want to reread again slowly and annotate. We want to grab a highlighter, grab a pen. Could this be a main idea? Question mark, write it down. Is this a detail? Maybe highlight it. Annotate the text as you go. Then we want to plan. Always, pretty please with cherries on top. Always outline before you write. So we're going to jot down our main ideas and we're going to jot down our key points in our own words. Once we have our outline, we're ready to write. And for that, we're going to use our own words and we're going to write in a neutral tone. So we're not going to be too expressive or put our own spice on it. We're summarizing here and we want it to remain true to the original text. And finally, we're going to edit. We're going to cut out any additional details that we might have missed maybe originally. And of course, we're not going to forget to proofread. Once you're done, ask yourself, if I only read my summary, will I still understand the author's original point? If the answer is yes, then you likely correctly found the main idea. Let's go through an example of summarizing a paragraph. I'm going to read it out, and as I read it out, try and figure out what the main idea might be and drop it in the comments. All right, bear with me. Let's do this. Many students struggle with managing their time during the school week. Poor time management can cause students to feel stressed and fall behind in school. One reason this happens is that students often underestimate how long assignments will take. For example, a homework task that seems like it will take 20 minutes can end up taking over an hour. Another problem is that students delay starting their work until the night before it's due. This can lead to late nights, unfinished assignments, and rushing through work. Learning to plan ahead and break tasks into smaller steps can help students manage their time more effectively. Some students use planners, set reminders on their phones, or create to-do lists to stay organized. Did you find the main idea? It's that poor time management can cause students to feel stressed and fall behind in school. This here is our main idea. Why? Because the rest of the text supports it. So Students feel stressed and fall behind in school. Okay, well, they underestimate how long assignments will take. Well, what would that lead to? Them being stressed and falling behind in school. Okay, another problem is that students start delaying their work. Oh, they delay their work until the night before it's due. What would that cause? Oh, stress and falling behind in school. All right, also, this can lead to late nights, unfinished assignments. Nope, that's a detail. Learning to plan ahead and break tasks into smaller steps can help students manage their time more effectively. So if they do this, they might not feel as stressed and they might not fall behind in school. So we've gone through our paragraph, we've identified our main idea. How do we know it's our main idea? Because all the other ideas support it. And now let's read the summary. Poor time management skills can cause students to fall behind at school. When students underestimate their time and delay starting work, they often feel rushed. Planning ahead and breaking tasks into smaller steps can help students manage their work more effectively. It's a shorter text. We have our main idea, we have our key points, and it's written in our own words. And here is a color-coded or annotated version of the text. Our main idea is in red, our key points are in yellow, and our details are in green. And as you can see, our summary includes our main idea and our key points, and the details are omitted. Also, here's what your outline may look like before you actually start writing the summary. So you have your main idea, poor time management causes students to fall behind at school. You have your key points, which you've outlined, and then I've also put in the details, but we know to chop those out, so that's done. Also, if it helps, you can use a graphic organizer to organize your ideas before you head into writing your summary. So you have your main idea at the top, you have your supporting key points, and if you want, you can always jot down the details just to make sure they are details and then chop them out when you actually write the summary. I find that a graphic organizer really helps me get the main idea and the key points out though, because I can see the relationship between them. All right, that's the example done. Let's head into some final tips before we do an activity together. All right, here are my 5 tips for writing a strong summary. First, for non-fiction pieces of text, so the kind of texts that you would see at school, like an essay, for example, you want to look for a thesis statement and for topic sentences, because in this case, your thesis statement would be your main idea and your topic sentences would be your key points. For fiction, so for stories, you want to look for the conflict, the climax, and the conclusion, because those are the key points or the key plot points in the story. For a longer piece of text, I'm talking like 8 to 10 pages, for example, you want to summarize each paragraph in 2 to 3 words. This really helps me stay on track with the key ideas or the key points that are running through this longer piece of text. So I just annotate as I go along, 2 to 3 words for each paragraph. You can also try finding the 5 W's and the H, the who, what, when, where, why, and how. This is a summarizing technique in and of itself, so let me know if you'd like to see a video on that. And finally, generally try to aim for 1/3 of the length of the original text. Okay, with that in mind, it's activity time. And you guessed it, we're gonna summarize a paragraph. So here's what I want you to do for this activity. First, we're gonna read the paragraph carefully, once, maybe twice, right? Then we're gonna identify the main idea and key points and jot them down. Then we're gonna write a 2 to 4 sentence summary in our own words, 2 to 4 on average. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move away, and then once I move away, you can pause so that you can read the whole thing, take your notes, write your summary, and then once you're done, you can hit unpause and we'll go through the answer together. Also, feel free to drop your summary in the comments so that we can all learn and share from each other. Okay, ready, set, I'm gonna get out of your way. All right, how did it go? Hopefully well. Here is what your answer should look like. Main idea, key points, and your summary. So the main idea was not getting enough sleep makes it harder for students to focus and do well in school. Our key points were students stay up late using screens, busy schedules push bedtimes to later, and better routines can improve sleep. And an example of a summary looks like this. When students do not get enough sleep, it can negatively affect their focus and performance at school. Late bedtimes caused by screen use and busy schedules often leave students feeling tired during the school day. Developing better bedtime routines and managing time more carefully can help students get the rest they need. Your answer did not have to look exactly like this, obviously, but make sure that you got the gist of the main idea and the key points correct. Also, if you did leave your summary in the comments, I'm gonna go through and try and leave some pointers where I can. And if you have any questions, please drop those in the comments as well. Don't forget that you can grab the exact slides I used today from our online store. The link is in the description. You can also book a free tutoring consult if you need some extra support. Link also in the description. And don't forget to follow and subscribe for more tips from a tutor. See you next time.